Oh, hello, ladies and gentlemen. How are we? Are you having a great Monday? I hope you are. So we're here to talk about Dune Part 2 because Denis Villeneuve has come out and basically just spoken about the production, spoken about the casting rumours, which I've not done videos on because I didn't really. I wanted to wait for them to kind of materialise. And also I've got really garbage internet at the moment, so I can't hop on absolutely everything, unfortunately, because it takes hours to upload anything. But we've got an update that's worth bringing you and is worth your time. Okay, so please do hit that thumbs up button. Please do hit subscribe for those that are not getting notified, because a load of you, I released an original short story on Saturday. Loads of people were like, yeah, you haven't done narration for ages. I've been doing them every Sunday, actually, for quite a while. Lots of Lovecraft audiobooks. So a load of you are not getting notifications. Please do turn those bell notifications on to all, or follow me over on Twitter at Mr. H Reviews. But let's dive into this, ladies and gents, because this is good. Like, it's a good update. Dune Part 2. Denis Villeneuve teases another beautiful journey in the desert again. And he, like I said, he also comments on some of that casting. So, before Dune wins any of the 10 Oscars for which it's nominated, which, look, I think it really should win something. So that'll be interesting to see how that develops and comes along anyway. But filmmaker Denis Villeneuve is already in prep on the second half of the Frank Herbert classic because it's done really well. Legendary, because that's who made this, not Warner Brothers. Legendary did a really good job with this film. Oscar-nominated Dune producer Mary Parent already told us that a fall shoot is being eyed. We've already got the release date. They've steamrolled this production, and good for them. It deserves it. The production is bound to return to Jordan, where Villeneuve, the cast and crew worked overnight and the early mornings to avoid the scorching temperatures, which is quite comical because obviously, you know, that's quite literally Arrakis for you right there, while mounting the initial $165 million production, which is interesting because this budget's kind of fluctuated in terms of what we thought it was going to be. 165 million. That's the latest update. I remember some people were quoting $200 million at a certain point. But anyway, he has some things to say. So he says it's going to be another beautiful journey in the desert again. Villeneuve told us tonight at the PGA Awards, where he's up for Best Picture, along with a Pix producer Parent. Legendary's vice chairman of worldwide production also is being lauded with the David O. Selznick Achievement Award tonight. And again, Legendary, they do actually deserve that. This film is theirs. It's not a Warner Brothers production. It's a Legendary production. Now, it's the journey where Paul Atreides and his mother, Lady Jessica, make contact with the Fremen culture and meet with the Fremen. The filmmaker teased about Part 2. It's Paul's journey against the enemy. It's a movie that will be more cinematic. Now, that... a more cinematic? First one was bloody cinematic. I'm keen to see it though. I think here's what I think he means by that is because it's the end of the story, it's the rest of the story. I think it'll follow a much better first, second, and third act beat. Because a load of people watched the first one and was like, it doesn't feel like a complete story. You're a genius. It's because it's not. It's the first half of a book. They did not do a traditional first, second, and third act because they can't. Just not possible. So it does feel like an incomplete story for that reason. Maybe that's what he means by more cinematic. I don't know. Could be the case. Anyway. And of course, more sandworms. So in regards to the HBO Max Spinoff series Dune the Sisterhood, which we haven't had any updates for a long time, actually. But he does say this. Villeneuve has no oversee. He's strictly focused on the feature sequel. And after that, with the franchise, we'll see what happens, he said. The TV series is a work in progress. It's moving forward. It was last reported that Diane Adamu-John was hired as the series showrunner, but we've heard nothing of that. We've heard nothing of that at all. And you know what? His response of, we'll see what happens, to me, isn't actually majorly positive. And I love this. I love the film. I love the property. I love the franchise. I'd love to see more stuff, but that doesn't scream positive to me. I mean, obviously, he doesn't have any say in it. He's none the wiser. But you'd think maybe they would pick his brains a little bit. And also, you'd think how quickly they jumped on the sequel to be announced. Obviously, it's legendary. It's a different thing. But they really jumped on that quite quick. You would think that the Sisterhood would be something of a priority at this point, at the rate at which they jumped on Dune Part 2. Not only announcing it, but also, steamrolling it straight into production for autumn. But let me know what you guys think of that, because that's, that's a bit of a red flag. For me, personally, it's a red flag. Now, here's the casting elements anyway. So in regards to Florence Poe, in talks to play Princess Arulin Corrino, the eldest daughter to Emperor Shaddam Corrino IV, and the future spouse of Timothée Chalamet's Paul, which Deadline first reported, Villeneuve simply responded, "There's been rumours." Now, again, I didn't want to just talk about, hey, here's some, rumours, here's this casting update, here's this casting update. I think some of them are pretty decent to comment on, but this, I don't know. I honestly don't know. This is an interesting one to me. The fact that he's like, there's been rumours, I think is him essentially hand-waving it away, to a certain degree, and I would say essentially confirming it. Deadline's pretty good with their sources, but it's nice to have a comment from the director himself. Warner Brothers Legendary Entertainment's Dune up for 10 Oscars, and is the only Oscar nominee this year to gross in the triple digits at the box office. That's right, ladies and gents, because all the other Oscar nominations are garbage and trash. Most of them are films that you wouldn't have even heard of. That's why the Oscars is a failure consistently. It doesn't speak to the audience that actually watches films. It is of a caliber unto its own. And the Oscars are wholly irrelevant. Wholly irrelevant. Absolutely irrelevant this day and age. That's why I don't do videos on them, generally speaking, guys, because they are just irrelevant. Villeneuve is nominated for Dune in the Best Picture and Adapted Screenplay categories at the Oscars. And you know what? Out of all of the Oscar nominations, I'd say that's one which deserves it. Absolutely. Now, like I say, we have not heard anything about the HBO Max spinoff. It's been a long time since we heard any updates on that. So what do you guys think of that? That, to me, is the take-home. But it is good. It's nice that he's positive. He's talking about this. He's like, we're going ahead. We're doing this. We're doing that. What do you think? Let me know down below in the comments. If you're new here, do hit subscribe, turn the bell notifications on. You want to support me further, we've got Patreon, we've got memberships open. You do get benefits for that, so it's not just me going, hey, chuck me some dollary dues. You do get stuff for it, guys. So anyway, links to all of that, as well as my social medias, are in the description box. But thank you all so much. You take care, and have a great day.